Hello friends, welcome to Defense IAS Academy. Today we are going to see about Indian art and culture. Basically we are going to see the MCQs. So while talking about Indian art and culture, here we are going to see a mixed variety of questions in architecture, then in the Indian art forms where you have the paintings, dance, theatre forms, etc., and also on the various literatures in the Indian art and culture. Okay, so let's begin. Which of the following is the oldest Smriti? The answer is option A, Manu Smriti. Manu Smriti is a part of pre-Gupta period and it is called as the oldest Smriti. Second question, which of the following Upanishads give clear reference of four ashrams of individual lives? So which Upanishad gives the reference of four ashrams? Okay, so the answer is option A, Jabala Upanishad. The Jabala Upanishad has a clear reference of the four ashrams of the individual's life, like the Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. Bobli Veena, also known as Saraswati Veena or the Ekanta Veena, is a large plucked string instrument used in Carnatic classical music. It is made from which of the following trees? So you have to name the tree from which the Saraswati Veena has been made of. The answer is option B, jackwood. The Bobli Veena, also known as Saraswati Veena or Ekanta Veena, is a large plucked string instrument that is used in Carnatic classical music, and it is carved from a single piece of jackwood. Okay, jackwood is a rainforest tree. Next question. Castle Nagar Heritage Site is located in dash. So you have to name the place where the Castle Nagar Heritage Site is located. Answer is option A, Himachal Pradesh. It is an medieval, the castle is the Castle Nagar. It's the medieval castle and it is located in Kullu, Himachal Pradesh. It was built by Raja Siddha Singh of Kullu in around 1460 AD. It was the official seat of kings for centuries. Next, among the five monolithic rathas of Pallavas at Mahabalipuram, the largest is dash. So, which is the largest rathas of the Pallavas at Mahabalipuram? The answer is option C, Dharma Raja. Mahabalipuram temples or the Pallava dynasty has five monolithic rathas. Okay, these five monolithic rathas are square or oblong in plan and pyramidal in elevation and varying in their overall dimension. The Dharmaraja Ratha, constructed in the Pallava style, is the largest of all, having huge pilots in the portico with a statue of lions, pyramidal tower, and a turret roof. Question 6. One of the incarnations of Vishnu is represented in art as raising the earth from the ocean. Identify him from the given options. So, answer is option B, Varaha. The Varaha avatar, which is the third incarnation among the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu, it's in the form of boar, and in this third incarnation, Lord Vishnu is been as Varaha, and he saved the earth from the demon Hiranyaksha, thus saving the mankind. Next question 7. Sayana, an important commentator on Vedas, was associated with which among the following empires? The answer is option B, Vijayanagar Empire. The Sayana was an important commentator on Vedas. His commentary on the Rig Veda was edited by Max Muller during the year 1849 to 1875. He flourished under the king Bukka I and his successor Harihara II in the Vijayanagar Empire of South India. Question 8. Which among the following Hindu painters was sent by Jahangir to portray Shah Abbas I of Persia? Answer is option B, Bishan Das. Bishan Das was a 17th century portrait painter at the court of the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. Jahangir praised him as unrivaled in the art of portraiture. Though little known of Bishan Das' life, his name can indicate that he was a Hindu, and in 1613 he was sent on a diplomatic mission to Persia, where his job was to paint Shah Abbas I of Persia. He was so successful that he remained until 1620, when he returned with the gift of an elephant. Question 9. Who among the following had written Bangladesh's national anthem Amar Sonar Bangla? Answer is option B, Rabindranath Tagore. Apart from Indian national anthem, Rabindranath Tagore has written national anthem of Bangladesh, Amar Sonar Bangla, and also the lyrics of Sri Lanka's national anthem, Sri Lanka Mata. Tagore had written the music and lyrics of Nama Nama Sri Lanka Mata in the Bengali language for his student Ananda Samarakun. Question 10. Hindi poet Jagannath Pandit Raj was the most favorite poet of which of the following emperors? Answer is option B, Shah Jahan. Hindi poet Jagannath Pandit Raj was the most favorite poet of Shah Jahan. He served as Mughal emperors of Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Humayun Nama was written by which of the following authors? Answer is option C, Gulbandhan Begum. Gulbandhan Begum was a Mughal princess and the daughter of Emperor Babur, who is the founder of the Mughal Empire. She is the best known as author of Humayun Nama, the account of the life of her half-brother Emperor Humayun, which she wrote on the request of her nephew Emperor Akbar. Next question. Partha was the name of which of the following character in Mahabharata? Answer is option A, Arjuna. Partha is the name of Arjuna in Mahabharata. He was called Partha by his dear friend Sri Krishna. Next question. Which of the following states in India are found the earliest known temples of Gupta period in good shape? Answer is option C, Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, the earliest known Gupta temples are still in good shape. Bhumira temple is one such example. Question 14. Which of the following religions Tower of Silence is related to in India? I'll repeat the question. Which of the following religions Tower of Silence is related to in India? The answer is option A, Zoroastrians. Tower of Silence is related to Zoroastrians. It is a circular raised structure which is built by Zoroastrians for excarnation, that is for dead bodies to be exposed to carrion birds, usually the vultures. Next question. Who among the following was instrumental in designing New Delhi in collaboration with Edwin Lutyens? The answer is option B, Herbert Baker. Herbert Baker was instrumental in designing New Delhi in collaboration with Edwin Lutyens. He also designed the Viceroy's house, which is known as the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Gaudavaho of Vakpati narrates the Digvijay of whom among the following? Answer is option D, Yasovaram. Gaudavaho of Vakpati narrates the Digvijay to Yasovaram. Gaudavaho, a Prakrit language poem written by Vakpati. Like it is a poem that is written by Vakpati. So it narrates the Digvijay of Yasovarman. Yasovarman. Okay, the option is D. Question 70. The Muslim festival Bara Wafat, where the word Bara stands for the 12 days of the Prophet's sickness, refers to which among the following events of life of Prophet Muhammad? Answer is option A, birth of Prophet Muhammad. Bara Wafat, where the word Bara stands for 12 days of the Prophet's sickness, refers to the birth of Prophet Muhammad. Question 18. Octagonal shape of mausoleums is the distinctive feature of which of the following dynasties of medieval India? So here the octagonal shape of the mausoleums is the distinctive feature of which of the following dynasties of medieval India? The answer is option D, Lodi dynasty. Octagonal shape is a distinctive feature of the Lodi dynasty. Here it's an 8-sided mausoleum. This one was one of the distinctive inventions of Lodis in architecture of India. Next question. Which among the following dances of India is generally performed by both men and women together? So which dance is performed by both of them together? The answer is option C, Dangri Nritya. It's Dangi Nritya. Dangi Nritya is a favorite dance of a tribal of Dangs in the southern Gujarat. The tribe Kongans, Warlis and Bills also perform this dance on joyous occasions like Diwali, Holi or wedding. Typically, the tribal way, men and women make a chain holding hands and dance for hours. The main Kahalya player changes the tune and the dancers change their movements. Okay, so there is a main role player in this type of dance, Dangi Nritya, who changes the tune, and based on that the dancers also change their movements. So the other options given in this question are Lambadi, Perini Tandavam and Rough dance. So let us see what are those dances also. Lambadi is a folk dance of Andhra Pradesh which originated in the Anupu village. The Lambadis are basically semi-nomadic tribes and they are now slowly but surely heading towards civilization. They are also known as the Banjaras or the Sengalis. The Lambadi dance is usually restricted to the tribal females and the participation of males is only on an odd occasion. Next is Perini Tandavam. It is a male dance of the warriors. As a part of tradition, the warriors perform this dance in front of the idol of Nataraja or Lord Shiva before leaving for the battlefield. This is popular in some parts of Andhra Pradesh since like in earlier times the rulers of the Kakatiya dynasty patronized this form of dance. The Perini dance is performed to be accompanied by the beats of drums. Next is Romp. It is considered the most powerful dance form of Jammu and Kashmir. This dance art has always been an element of Kashmir life since the primordial times. It is performed by Kashmiri women in order to welcome the spring season. Next question. With reference to the Mohiniyattam dance, consider the following statements. It is based on the legend of Hindu mm, mythological seductress Mohini who tempted Shiva. Second one, it is patterned on Bharatanatyam with the elements of Kathakali. Three, it uses Malayalam songs with the Carnatic music. Select the correct option from the codes given below. Answer is option 1, 2 and 3. Means 1, 2 and 3 are correct. All the above are correct. Mohiniyattam is one of the famous classical dance that was developed and remained popular in the state of Kerala. Kathakali is another classical dance form of Kerala. Mohiniyattam dance gets its name from the word Mohini, a mythical enchantress or avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu who helps the good prevail over evil by developing her feminine powers. So all the three statements that have been told about Mohiniyattam in this question are correct. Question 21. Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya, lead us from darkness to light. This comes from which among the following Upanishads? The option is correct option is C. Brihadaranyaka. Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya, lead us from darkness to light. This comes from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. It is one of the principal Upanishads and one of the first Upanishadic scripture of Hinduism. A key scripture to various schools of Hinduism, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is 10th in the Muktika or canon of 108 Upanishads. Next question 22. As recorded by Abdul Fazl, Akbar the Great used to play which among the following music instruments? So Akbar used to play which of the following music instruments? Answer is option C, Nakara. Nakara is a famous instrument played by Akbar. He was a great Mughal king. This was recorded by Abul Fazal. Next question, who among the following is also venerated as second Buddha? Answer is option A, Padma Sambhava. Padma Sambhava is venerated as the second Buddha by the Nyingma school, the oldest Buddhist school in Tibet known as the Ancient Ones. 24. Which of the following statement about the Gandhara School of Art is not correct? You can see 4 options over here. I am not reading it aloud. The correct answer is option B. Gandhara School of Art enjoyed the liberal patronage of Indo-Greek rules. This particular point is not correct about the Gandhara School. The Gandhara School of Art enjoyed the liberal patronage of Kushana rulers, especially Kanishka. The Gandhara art primarily depicted the Buddhist themes. It displays Greek artistic influence, and the concept of the man god was essentially inspired by Greek mythological culture. Artistically, the Gandhara school of sculpture is said to have contributed wavy hair drapery covering both the shoulders, then shoes and sandals, etc. Next question, the Kuchi New Year is celebrated as which of the following? The Kuchi New Year is celebrated as which of the following? Answer is option D, Ashadi Beach. Ashadhi Beach. Kuchi community celebrates its new year on Ashadhi Beach, which falls in the month of Ashadha, which is July and August. 26. With reference to Indian culture, what is Naba Kalabara? The answer is option B, a festival that is observed in the Jagannath temple at Puri. The Naba Kalabara is a festival which is observed in the Sri Jagannatha temple at Puri. It marks a symbolic recreation of wooden forms of the four deities of Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra and Sudarshana at the Jagannath temple. The occasion occurs every 12th or 19th year of the previous Naba Kalabara. The event was in news because the Department of Economic Affairs says that coins minted in July 2015 have Lord Jagannath's depiction incorrect and calls for more designs. Question 27. How the Stankavasi sect is different from the other sects of Jainism? 1. The followers of Stankavasi faith practice idol worship. 2. The followers of Stankavasi wear saffron clothes. Select the correct option from the codes given below. Answer is option D, neither 1 or 2. The Stanakavasi sect of Jainism believes that soul is nirakar, means without form, and hence do not pray to any statue. They wear white clothes and cover mouth with a white cloth. Except on the crucial point of the idol worship, Stanakavasi do not differ much from other the Shwetampar Jains, and hence nowadays they invariably call themselves as Shwetambar Stankavasi. However, there are some differences between the Stankavasi and the Murti Pujak Shwetamparas in the observance of some religious practices. The Stankavasi do not believe in idol worship at all. As such, they do not have temples but only stanakas, that is prayer halls, where they carry on their religious fast, festivals, practices, prayers, discourses, etc. Question 28. Identify the tribe of India with the help of given information. 1. The tribe has become the first to get the habitat rights in India. 2. The tribes have concentrated mainly in the dense salt forest of Michael Hills in Madhya Pradesh. 3. The tribe live in a semi-nomadic life and practice bevar or the dahiya cultivation. So select the correct answer from the options given below. The answer is option C, Baiga. Recently, the Baiga tribe became India's first community to get habitat rights as per the Forest Rights Act of 2006. Question 29. Sida Bina and Jogi Mara, which are known to be among world's oldest surviving theatres, are located in which of the following states? Answer is option B, Chhattisgarh. Sita Bena and Jogimara are located in the Surguja district of Chhattisgarh. They are said to be among the world's oldest theatres. Question 30. Consider the following styles of music. 1. Dhamar, 2. Bhajan, 3. Kajari and 4. Ghazal. Which of the above style is or are associated with Hindustani classical music? So which is associated to the Hindustani classical music? Answer is option C, 1, 2, 3 and 4. All given styles are associated with the Hindustani classical music. Next question. The Astha chap, that is the 8 poets tradition, has contributed significantly to the Indian classical music. Consider the following statements with this reference. Astha chap tradition flourished during 16th century, particularly the period of Akbar. The Surdas was one of the Astha as the chap's poet. And which among the above statement are correct? The answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Means both the options given in the question are correct. 8 disciples of Vallabhacharya are called the Astha chap, meaning 8 reprints of the master. The Surdas is considered to be the foremost among them. In the 16th century, devotional renaissance in India, poems were sung when recited, and the great mystic poets of those times were often great musicians. Therefore, the poetry composed by the 8 Ashta chap poets is expressed or is meant to be meant to be sung to music. Its essence is rhythmic invocation, and its real meaning is best expressed when performed as part of a devotional service. Question number 32. Consider the following. 1 Ellora, 2 Elephanta, 3 Aihole, 4 Mahabalipuram. At which among the above places one can find rock cut place? At which among the above places one can find a rock cut temples? The answer is option C, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Means in all these caves, Laura, Elephanta, Aihole, Mahabalipuram, you can see the rock cut temples. Or these are rock cut temples. Means you can like um, it's made from the rock. The Ellora, Elephanta, Aihole, Mahabalipuram have rock cut temples. They are very old and have temples of in different eras. Okay, they have temples of different eras. Question 34. For the first time, Indian music genre were divided into Marga Sangeet, that is classical music, and Desi Sangeet, folk music by dash. Answer is option B, Brihadeshi. In the post-Gupta period, a great treatise only after Natya Shastra was composed in Sanskrit as Brihadeshi by Matanka Muni. Brihadeshi is the first text that speaks about raga and distinguishes the music genre into Marga Sangeet, that is classical music, and Desi Sangeet, folk music. The Brihadesi was also important work on Indian music before the Islam came and influenced the Indian music. The Brihadesi was based upon the Natya Shastra itself and has clarified many things which were unclear in the Bharata's text. Question 35. What are the differences between Natya Dharmi and Lok Dharmi traditions in Indian performing arts? The differences are noted like 1. While Natya Dharmi refers to symbolic representation, Lok Dharmi is the natural representation. Second one, while Natya Dharmi is mainly used in classical dances, Lok Dharmi is used in drama. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer to this question is option C, both 1 and 2. With reference to the ancient Indian dances, dharmi means mode of dramatic representation. It means the mode of dramatic representation. So there are two types of dharmis. One is Natya dharmi and second one is the Lok dharmi. The lok dharmi represents or the representation, the lok dharmi representation, it follows practice of people, while the natya dharmi, it follows the theatrical mode or a symbolical mode of representation. The Natya dharmi is a stylized way of presentation used mainly in classical dance. It is a way of suggesting stage presentations, and lok dharmi is used in proper drama, which is a direct mode of presentation. It is a way of the world, loka. Question 36. Consider the following paintings. 1. Kangra paintings. 2. Varli paintings. 3. Madhubani paintings. 4. Tanjavur paintings. 5. Mysore paintings. Which among the above has been given geographical protection in India? Answer is option D. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Means all the above paintings has been assigned geographical protection status in the India. Question 37. Identify the famous Indian dance form with the help of information below. 1. The artists of this dance forms are called Bhagavatulus. Second, the Vijaya Nagara kings patronized this dance form, as did Golconda rulers after them. Third one, Swapna Sundari is a very famous dancer of this form. Select the correct answer from the options given below. The answer is option B, Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi is the correct answer. It is a classical dance form mainly in state of Andhra Pradesh or the Telangana states. Here the artists are called as Bhagavatulus, and it is very important. It is a basic classical form of Andhra Pradesh. Here there is a very famous dancer of this form called as Swapna Sundari, and in earlier days the Vijay Nagara kings, the Vijay Nagara kings patronized this dance form. Question 38. Which of the following is or are harvest festivals? 1. Onam, 2. Bogali Bihu, 3. Pongal. Select the correct option from the codes given below. So it is question is about the harvest festival. Okay, the answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. So all the three festivals, Onam, Bogali, Bihu and Pongal, all three are harvest festivals of India, celebrated in different states of the India. So this festivals are celebrated to the to mark the harvesting of crops in India, which include the Basant Panchami, Pongal, Makar Sankranti, Lohri, Onam, Baisakhi, Bokhali, Bihu, etc. It's all the same, but it's called as different names. It's called with different names in different states of the India. All are harvest festivals. Question 39. Which of the following was or were centers of Buddhist learning and art during ancient India? 1. Odantapuri, 2. Vikramsila, 3. Somarupa. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer to this question is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Odantapuri was a Buddhist Mahavihara established by the Pala Emperor Gopala I in the 8th century. It is located in Bihar. The Vikramashila is another Buddhist Mahavira that is located in Bihar, and the Somapura Mahavihara is located in Bangladesh. Okay. Next question. Consider the following languages. 1. Kannada, 2. Malayalam, 3. Assamese. Which of the following is recognized as a classical language of India? Answer is option A, only 1 and 2. The classical languages of India are Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Sanskrit, Odia, and Telugu. India has 6 classical languages: Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Sanskrit, Odia, and Telugu. Consider the following pairs of puppetry arts with states where they are practiced. Kundi, it's in Odisha. 2. Gombayata, it's in Karnataka. Putul Nauch, it's West Bengal. Which of the above is correct? So we have to select which of the matches is correct. The matches of puppetry art to its state, which of them are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3, means all the 3 are correct. The string puppets of Orissa is known as Kundi. Made of light wood, the Orissa puppets have no legs but wear long flowing skirts. The traditional road puppet form of West Bengal is known as the Putul Nauch. They are carved from wood and follow the various artistic styles of a particular region. The string puppets of Karnataka is called as Gombayata. Question 42. The famous Kolayak Fair is celebrated in which state of India? Answer is option A, Rajasthan. This is a fair that is annually held on the Kartik Purnima Tithi or the full moon day. In the Kartik month, as per a traditional Hindu lunar calendar in Rajasthan. The fair is held on the banks of a lake located at Kolayat near Bikaner in Rajasthan. Next question. Consider the following differences between Vaisheshika and Nyaya philosophy. First difference is Nyaya philosophy accepts 4 independent sources of knowledge, but the former accepts only 2. Second one, Nyaya recognizes 16 categories of reality, whereas the Vaisheshika recognizes only 7 categories of reality. Which of the above statements are correct? Answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Both the statements are correct. The Nyaya philosophy accepts 4 independent sources of knowledge, which are perception, inference, comparison, and testimony. And the Vaisheshika philosophy, it accepts only 2 perceptions, which are perception and inference. It accepts only 2 source of knowledge, which are perception and inference. The Nyaya maintains that all of the reality is comprehended by 16 categories, padarthas, whereas Vaisheshika recognizes only 7 categories of reality. These are the Dravya, Guna, Karma, Samanya, Visesa, Samavaya, and the Abhava, which is non-existence. Next question 44. Consider the following varieties of mangoes found in India. 1. Himasagar, 2. Totapuri, and 3. Banganpalli. Which of the above is or are GI protected? Which of these 3 dance forms are GI protected? The answer to this question is option A, only 1. So 1 is only GI protected in India. Himasagar is an extremely popular mango cultivator. Okay. Himasagar is an extremely popular mango cultivator. It's his origin is from West Bengal. It's often considered as the king of mangoes. He is called as the king of mangoes. It has a GI certificate. The Totapuri mango is the famous mango found primarily in Andhra Pradesh. and this is grown in the Indian states of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu also. Next question, with reference to India's culture and tradition, what is Sandesh Rasak? So the answer to this question is option B, which is Abba Brahmsa work by a Muslim. Abba Brahmsa work by a Muslim. Pardon me if I am reading these words incorrectly, because I am completely out of touch with these pronunciations. I may go wrong here and there. Please forgive me. So the correct answer is option B, Abba Brahmsa work by a Muslim. The Sandesh Rasak is the only known example of the Abba Brahmsa work, possibly written around circa 1000 AD by a Muslim, Abdur Rahim of Multan. Question 46. The Rig Veda is a source of 1. Gayatri Mantra, 2. Nadis Stuti Sukta, 3. Purusha Sukta. Choose the correct option from the codes given below. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The famous Gayatri Mantra is in Rig Veda Mandala. The 3 Purusha Sukta is a hymn. That is 10.90 of the Rig Veda, that is dedicated to the Purusha, the cosmic being. The seer of this verse is Rishi Narayana, and this sukta can evoke God experience in the seeker. Nadi Stuti sukta is a hymn 10.75 of the Rig Veda. Next question 47. Which of the following is or are correct pairs? Varkari sect, Tukaram. Second one, Vishishta Vaita, and Sri Ramanujarya. 3. Shuddha Vaita and Vallabhacharya. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. All 3 are correct. Shuddha Vaita is the purely non-dual philosophy pronounced by Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya was a devotional philosopher who founded the Pushti sect in India. Vishishta Vaita is the philosophy of the Sri Sampradaya of one of the most popular schools of the Vedanta school of Hindu philosophy. Sri Ramanujarya was the main proponent of Vishishta Vaita philosophy. Tukaram founded the Varkari sect. Tukaram preached through his Abhangas. All saints of Maharashtra worshipped only one idol called Pandurang. Next question. Consider the following pairs of GI protected products with the states where they are found. Chennapatna Toys and Dolls of Karnataka. Second one, Kondapalli Bommalu Toys of Andhra Pradesh. 3. Khurja Pottery of Uttar Pradesh. Which of the above is or are correct? The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. All the pairs are correctly matched. 49. Consider the following statement about Company School of Paintings. 1. Company style is a hybrid Indo-European style. 2. The paintings was done mainly with the help of watercolors. Which of the above statements is or are correct? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. That means both these statements are correct. That is, it's in company style is a hybrid Indo-European style, and it is mainly done with the help of watercolors. Question 50. Consider the following differences between Svetambara and Digambara Jains. While Digambaras practice total nudity to avoid all attachments, Svetambaras reject nudity. While Digambaras believe that women cannot attain moksha, Svetambaras believe that women can attain moksha. Which of the above statements is or are correct? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Means both the statements given about Svetambaras and Digambaras are correct. Question 51. Consider the following folk arts with states where they are predominantly practiced. 1. Alpana, which is in West Bengal. 2. Kalamkari, Andhra Pradesh. And 3. Patachitra, which is in Odisha. Which of the above is correct? Answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. All three are correct. Alpana is a folk art of Bengal. It refers to colorful motifs, sacred art or painting done with hands and paint which is mainly a paste of rice and flour. Kalamkari or kalamkari is a type of hand-printed or block-printed cotton textile produced in southern parts of India, especially in Andhra Pradesh. Patachitra is a general term for traditional cloth-based scroll painting, which is based in the eastern India, especially in Odisha. Question 52. Which among the following philosophies originated from relatively secular scholars? 1. Vaisheshika. 2. Nyaya. 3. Yoga. 4. Mimamsa. Select the correct option from the quotes given below. The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2. Vaisheshika and Nyaya are two philosophies which comparatively originated from the secular scholars rather than the religious or divine men. Next question. The Rig Veda is a source of dash 1. Gayatri Mantra, 2. Nadistuti Sukta, 3. Purusha Sukta. Choose the correct option from the quotes given below. Correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The famous Gayatri Mantra is in Rig Veda Mandala 3. Purusha Sukta is a hymn 10.90 of the Rig Veda, which is dedicated to Purusha, the cosmic being. The seer of this verse is Rishi Narayana, and this Sukta can evoke God experience in the seeker. Nadi Stuti Sukta is a hymn 10.75 of the Rig Veda. Question 54. In the ancient Buddhist text, who among the following is believed to be described as Niganta Nataputta? The answer is option B, Mahavira Jain. The Nigrantha movement belongs to Sraman order that is closely linked to Ajivika. As per the Buddhist text, Mahavira was the founder of the Nigrantha movement. The name of the order refers to those who have destroyed the worldly ties as well as have given up their clothes. They were Pravarjita or the houseless ascetics as well as naked ascetics. These ascetics abstain from animal food and also food cooked by fire. They live on fruits picked up when they had dropped to the ground. These points of their doctrines are very similar to the doctrines that are ascribed to the Nigranthas in the Buddhist text. They believed in soul's existence and abstained from killing animals and destroying plants. The Megasthenes called them Brahmin probably because of purity of conduct and religious beliefs. Question 55. Identify the dance form with the help of the given information. The informations given are 1. The dancers are dressed in ivory silk costume with gold brocade borders. 2. This dance is performed by women only. 3. It is stated to be inspired by the taimbaga or percussion ensemble. 4. Musical instrument edeka occupies a special place for this dance form. Select the correct answer from the options given below. The answer is option B, Mohiniyattam. All these features given above are of the dance form Mohiniyattam, which is a classical dance form of Kerala. To know more details about the dance forms, both the classical and the folk dances, we have posted a video in the form of dance forms of India. Please do watch it. Okay. Question 56. Consider the following differences between mural and miniature paintings. 1. While miniature painting is mainly executed on paper or cloth, mural painting is executed on dry surface. 2. While mural art form uses natural pigments and vegetable colors, miniature paintings is mainly done with oil paints. Which of the above statements is or are correct? Answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Means both the statements given in the question is correct. That is, miniature paintings are executed mainly on paper or cloth, and it uses natural pigments or the vegetable colors, whereas the mural paintings, they mainly are done on a dry surface and mainly uses oil paints. Next question 57. Consider the following statements about Brihadeshi. 1. It is a classical text on Indian classical music attributed to Matanga Muni. 2. It is a first text that speaks directly of the raga and distinguishes the classical and the folk music. Which of the above statements are correct? Answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Both the statements are correct. The Brihadeshi is a classical text that speaks on Indian classical music. The Madhaka attempted to codify and elaborate music into folk and raga based classical traditions. Consider the following pairs. Natya, it contains dialogue, interpretation of moods and mind. Nritta, it consists of pure dance movements, and Nritya, which is a combination of both rasa or sentiment and bhava or mood. Which of the above is or are correct? The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. All these three are correct, and they form the base of the classical dance. The Natya or the dance drama contains dialogue, interpretation of moods and mind, music and decor. Nritta consists of pure dance movements, and Nritya is a combination of both rasa or sentiment and the bhava or the mood. So all these three forms the base of the classical music forms of India. Next question 59. Which of the following sites are UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India? 1. Nalanda Mahavihara. 2. Konark Sun Temple. 3. Mahabodhi Temple. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. So 1, 2 and 3 are UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. That is Nalanda Mahavira, the Konark Sun Temple. It is Mahavihara. Second is the Konark Sun Temple, and third is the Mahabodhi Temple. All three are the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. The Nalanda was an ancient seat of learning, one of the world's oldest universities, construction of which began in the year 5th century AD and flourished under the Gupta rulers. Nalanda and the ruins of the ancient Nalanda Mahavihara are located 98 km from Patna. It was inscribed in the list of UNESCO World Heritage in the list of 2016. The Konark Sun Temple is a 13th century CE Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha, India. It was inscribed in the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the year 1984. And the Mahabodhi temple complex was mainly constructed during the reign of Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BC. In 2002, UNESCO declared the Mahabodhi temple as a World Heritage Site. So, if you are seeing the years, if you want to keep in mind the years when they were added to the UNESCO World Heritage list, we can see here that the Nalanda Mahavihara was added to the list in the year 2016. The Sun Temple was added in the year 1984, and the Mahabodhi complex, temple complex, was added in the year 2002 to the UNESCO World Heritage sites. Okay, and one more thing, Nalanda is located 98 kilometers from Patna, and the Konark Sun Temple is in Odisha, and the Mahabodhi temple, it was constructed during the reign of Emperor Ashoka. Okay, so all these three are the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. Next question 60. Consider the following differences between Tandava and Lasya dance. 1. While Lasya is associated with sweet and graceful dance of goddess Parvati, Tandava represents fearful energy of Shiva. Both Manipuri and Bharatanatyam incorporates the Tandava and Lasya movements. Which of the above statements is or are correct? The answer is option C. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Means both statements are correct. The Lasya is basically a sweet and graceful moments of the dance of goddess Parvati, and the Tandava, it's like obviously everyone relates it to the fearful energy of Shiva. And definitely the Manipuri and the Bharatanatyam dance forms incorporates the Tandava and the Lasya movements. Question 61. Consider the following difference between Drupad and Khayal music. Khyal music. I hope the pronunciation is correct. 1. While Drupad is a style of Hindustani classical music, Khyal is a style of Carnatic music. They both Drupad and Khyal represent the Janya ragas in its most pure form. Which of the above statements are correct? Answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Both are not correct. So the Janya ragas are Carnatic music ragas that are derived from the fundamental set of 72 ragas called the Mela Karta ragas. Drupad and the Khyal are styles of Hindustani classical music. Okay. Both Drupad and Khyal are styles of Hindustani classical music. World Heritage Day is observed on which date? Now the question is, World Heritage Day is observed on which date? The answer is option B, 18th April. World Heritage Day is observed every year on 18th April. This day offers an opportunity to protect and preserve the valuable assets and cultural heritage with the help of international community. It was approved in the year 1983 by UNESCO. Okay, the World Heritage Day was approved in the year 1983 by UNESCO. Next question 63. The Putul Nouch puppetry art belongs to which state of India? The answer is option A, West Bengal. The traditional road puppet form of West Bengal is known as Putul Nouch. They are carved from the wood and follow the various artistic styles of a particular region. 64. How much tax was paid by the peasants in the Mauryan administration? Answer is option D, 1/6 of the produce. During the Mauryan administration, the main occupation was agricultural and the main source of revenue was land revenue. The peasants used to pay 1/6 of their total produce as tax, which was also called as baga. Okay, so which is also called as baga. 65. Which of the following refers to Udaka Baga? So what is the answer is option A, tax on irrigated land. Baga is definitely the tax. So Udaka Baga refers to tax on irrigated land. During the Mauryan period, when the importance of irrigation was fully realized, the peasants had to pay more tax on irrigated land, which was known as Udaka Baga. It refers to the water rate and was generally leaved at 1/5 to 1/3 of the produce. 66. Which of the following is an example of rock cut architecture of the Mauryan period? The answer is option D, Dhauli caves. The Mauryan period also saw the beginning of rock cut architecture. Ashoka replaced the use of wood and brick with stone. The rock cut architecture of the Lomsha Rishi cave in the Barabara hills near Gaya and the Dhauli caves near Bhubaneswar are some of the good examples of rock cut architecture. Okay, so the answer is Dhauli caves, which is a rock cut architecture of the Mauryan period. 67. During which of the following period Sanskrit was firmly established as the language of royal inscriptions? Answer is option A, Gupta Empire. So during the Gupta period, the consolidation of Brahmanical ideology took place as temple-based sectarian cults became popular. During this period, Sanskrit was firmly established as the language of the royal inscription. Next question, at which of the following places stone sculpture of the larger than life figure of a horse was founded? Answer is option D, Kairigar. A stone sculpture of a larger than life figure of a horse, which is probably representing an Ashwamedha horse, can be found at Kairigar in Uttar Pradesh. It is carved out of a beach sandstone. 69. Which of the following are examples of rock cut temples built in the northern style? 1. Damnar, which is 50 miles southeast of Jalrapatan. 2. Masroor in the Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The two examples of rock cut temples built in the northern style during the medieval period are those of Damnar, which is 50 miles southeast of Jalrapatan, and Masroor in the Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh. Next question, 70. Which of the following authors wrote Sabdan Susana? I hope pronunciation is correct. Sorry if I misspelled it. The answer is option D, Sakatayana. Sakatayana was a Jain writer of the 9th century AD. So he lived during the reign of Rashtrakuta ruler Amogha Varsha. He was the founder of a new school. His main work was Sabdan Susana. So the author is Sakatayana. Sakatayana. Question 71. Which of the following empire assigned a subcaste to the foreigners? The answer is option A, Gupta Empire. During the Gupta rule, a large number of foreigners were assimilated into Indian society and each foreigner was assigned a subcaste. The various foreign ruling families of the pre-Gupta period were given semi-Kshatriya status. 72. During which of the following period Sanskrit was firmly established as the language of royal inscriptions? Answer is option A, Gupta period or the Gupta Empire. During the Gupta period, the consolidation of the Brahmanical ideology took place as temple-based sectarian cults became popular. During this period, Sanskrit was firmly established as the language of the royal inscription. I think this question is repeated. It is covered earlier in this session. Question 73. Which of the following places developed as a great center of education of Mahayana Buddhism during the Gupta period? 1 is Taxila, 2 is Nalanda. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option B, only 2. The Gupta kings were the patrons of Hinduism, but they also followed a policy of tolerance towards other religious sections also. So during the Gupta period, Nalanda developed as a great center of education for Mahayana Buddhism. Students from other countries also came to study in this university. 74. Which of the following Puranas were written in the Gupta period? 1. Vishnu Purana, 2. Vayu Purana, 3. Matsya Purana. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The Gupta period marks the beginning of the writing of the Puranas. Some of the major Puranas which were written in the Gupta period include the Vishnu Purana, the Vayu Purana and the Matsya Purana. So, all the Puranas listed in this question are from the Gupta period. Question 75. Works of which of the following poets were also translated in many European languages? The answer is option A, Kalidasa. He was one of the Navaratnas in the court of Chandragupta II. His works were very famous and have been translated into many European languages. The notable feature of his work was the display of an element of humor. Okay. So he had a like his works had a lot of humor in them. So and it was more like many copies were made or it was translated to many of the European languages. So the author is Kalidasa. Next question. Which of the following is a poem describing the cycle of seasons? Answer is option A, Ridu Samhara. Ridu Samhara is a poem that is written by Kalidasa which describes the cycle of seasons, whereas the Kumara Sambhavam, it's a story about the birth of Shiva and Parvati's son, and also Raghuvamsha depicts the Vishnu as the origin and the end of the universe. Okay, so we are described all the three poems over here. Ridu Samhara is about the cycle of seasons written by Kalidasa. The Raghuvamsha is a poem which depicts Vishnu as the origin and the end of the universe, and Kumara Sambhavam is a story which narrates the birth of Shiva and Parvati's son. Okay. Question 77. Which of the following temples from the Gupta period is entirely made up of bricks? So the answer is option B, Bittargaon temple. The Gupta period is considered as a golden period of temple architecture. Nagara style and Dravida style of temple architecture began in the Gupta era. The Bittargaon temple at Kanpur is entirely made up of bricks. Question 78. At which of the following places Jain and Brahmanical, that is Saiva and the Vaishnava temples were erected in the typical Arya Varta style in the medieval India? The answer is option D, Khajuraho. The period from 600 AD to 1000 AD was a golden era of religious architecture. Okay, so the 600 AD to 1000 AD, it was like a golden time for the religious architecture. The Hindu monarchs competed with one another in the magnificence and the number of their temples. At Khajuraho, Jain and Brahmanical, that is Saiva and Vaishnava temples were erected in the typical Arya Varta style. Question number 79. Which of the following characteristics were present in the buildings constructed in Kashmir during medieval period? 1. They were constructed of immense stones wrought with astonishing precision. 2. The Greco-Buddhist style. 3. Masons had a profound knowledge of the art of the building. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Means the following characteristics were present in the buildings that is constructed in Kashmir mainly during the medieval period. One is they were constructed of immense stones wrought with astonishing precision. Then it had the Greco-Buddhist style, and the masons had a profound knowledge of the art of the building. Question 80. Which of the following dramas were written by Raja Shekhara? One is Bala Ramayana, 2 is Mahavira Charitra, 3 is Vidhasala Banjika, 4 is Karpura Manjari. Select the correct option from the codes given below. Answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. All 4 were written by Raja Shekhara. The Raja Shekhara was an eminent Sanskrit poet. He is a dramatist as well as a critic. Okay, so he was a poet, a dramatist and a critic. He was the court poet of the Gurjara Pratiharas. Rajashekhara, a great master of words, composed 4 dramas which are Bala Ramayana, Bala Bharata, Vidyasala Banjika and Karpura Manjari. Okay, so all the 4 listed dramas were written by Rajashekhara. 81. Fariduddin Masood died in which of the following year? Answer is option D, 1271 CE. The Fariduddin Masood, also known as Baba Farid Ganji Shakar, settled down in a small town of Ajothan in Punjab. In Ajothan, he established a Khanaka close to the main mosque of the town. When Farid died in 1271 CE, he was buried in his Khanaka. 82. During the reign of which of the following kings Gesu Daras arrived in Gulbarga? Answer is option A, Firoz Shah Bahmani. After the death of his father, the father in Daulatabad, Gesu Daras, who was 16 years old, returned to Delhi where he joined the spiritual discipline of Sheikh Nazir Uddin Chirag. I think it's not, it's spiritual disciple of Sheikh Nazir Uddin Chirag. He arrived in Gulbarga during the reign of Sultan Firoz Shah Bahmani. Next question. The Chishti Sufis in the Deccan were referred by which of the following names? 1. Ulema Akirat, 2. Ulema Dunya. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The option is B. The correct answer is B, only 2. The Chishti Sufis were referred to as the Ulema Akirat in the northern India and as Ulema Dunya in the Deccan. The end of the 14th century saw a decline of the Chishti order in the northern India. Question 84. Which of the following emerged as a great apostle of the Bhakti cult? 1. Ramananda, 2. Kabir, 3. Nanak. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The Ramananda, Kabir and Nanak emerged as the great apostles of the Bhakti cult in the 14th and the 15th centuries. The followers of Bhakti cult were not linked with any particular religious creed and did not believe in rituals and ceremonies. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Kabir? 1. He denounced idolatry and rituals. 2. He laid great emphasis on the equality of man before God. 3. According to him, devotion to God is an effective means of salvation. Select the correct option from the codes given below. The answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Means the three statements given about Kabir in the questions is correct. Kabir denounced all forms of idolatry and rituals. He laid great emphasis on the equality of man before God. According to him, the devotion of God is an effective means of salvation. Question 86. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Guru Nanak? 1. He was not opposed to distinctions of caste. 2. He preached the unity of God and condemned the formalism and the ritualism of both Islam and Hinduism. Select the correct option from the quotes given below. The correct answer is option B, only 2. Guru Nanak was opposed to all distinctions of caste. He not only preached the unity of God but also condemned the formalism and ritualism of both Islam and Hinduism. Question 87. Which of the following was the most important early production center of the company art? Answer is option C, Calcutta. The Tanjore artists were the first to experiment with the company style of art. The most important early production center was Calcutta. The Lord Impey and Lord Wellesley were the main patrons of the art. Question 88. What position does Hinduism occupy in terms of the number of followers? Answer is option A, third. Hinduism or the Hindu Dharma, it's the world's largest religion in terms of number of followers. Okay, so it's the world's third largest religion in terms of followers. Next to Christianity and Islam. It has over 1.25 billion followers known as Hindus. The vast majority of Hindus live in India. Okay, so the majority of Hindus can be found in India. Almost like 1.25 billion followers are there for Hindus all over the world, and it's considered to be the world's third largest religion in terms of in terms of followers. Question 89. How many vows do Jains take while practicing Jainism? Answer is option A, 5. A practicing Jain takes 5 main vows while adhering to the core belief of Jain Dharma, which includes Ahimsa, that is non-violence, Satya, that is truth, then Astheya, that is not stealing, then Brahmacharya, that is sexual continence, and Abharigraha, that means non-possessiveness. All these vows were taken by person who is practicing Jainism. So next question, what is which of the following form is the core belief of Jain Dharma? So this question is also about Jainism. From the options, the correct answer will be option D, all of the above. Means Ahimsa, Anekantavada and Abharigraha. All these are part of Jainism, that is non-violence, many-sidedness and non-attachment. Jainism is premised in the philosophy of Ahimsa, that is non-violence, Anekantavada, that is many-sidedness, Astheya, that is not stealing, Brahmacharya, sexual continence, and Abharigraha, that is non-possessiveness, which in turn lead to Jain to adopt a predominantly vegetarian lifestyle. Question 91. What are the religious texts of Jainism called? Answer is option A, Agamas. Jainism is an ancient Indian religion. The followers of Jainism is called as Jains. Their major religious texts are Agamas and Paramagamas. Next question. By which of the following is Hinduism defined? The answer is option D, all of the above. The Hinduism is defined by 6 darshanas, that is philosophies, and philosophies are namely Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaishya, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. Then it has two schools, which is Vedanta and Yoga. Then it has four major modern currents, that is namely Vaishnavism, that is about Vishnu, then Shaivism, that is about Shiva, Shaktism, that is about Devi, and last one is the uh, Smartism, that is about the five deities treated as the same. So the Hinduism mainly depends upon six darshanas, two schools, and four major modern currents. Next question, what is Vajrayana? The answer is option D, all of the above. Vajrayana is a body of teachings that is attributed to the Indian adepts. It is viewed as a separate branch of Mahayana Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, which is practiced in Mongolia, and Kalmykia preserves the Vajrayana teachings of 8th century India. Question 94. The root of yoga is found in hymn of which of the following Vedas? The root of yoga is found in hymn of which of the following Vedas? Answer is option A, Rig Veda. The root of yoga is mentioned in hymn 5.81.1 of the Rig Veda, symbolizing a dedication to rising sun, sun god in the morning, that is Savitri, interpreted as Yog. Question 95. The ethical theory of the yoga school is based on which of the following concepts? The answer is option C, both of the above, that is yamas and niyama. Yamas and their complement niyamas represent a series of right living or ethical rules within Hinduism and yoga. It means reining in or control. Together, yamas and the niyamas are personal obligations to live well. Next question 96. What does the term Yajurveda imply? The answer is option C, both of the above. That is knowledge text of prose mantras and knowledge of sacrifice or sacrificial text and formulas. Yajurveda is made up of two Sanskrit words, Yajus and Veda. Michael Witzel interprets Yajurveda to mean a knowledge text of prose mantras used in Vedic rituals. Ralph Griffith interprets the name to mean knowledge of sacrifice or sacrificial text and formulas. Carl Olson states that Yajurveda is a text of mantras, that is sacred formulas that are repeated and used in rituals. Question 97. Satapatha Brahmana is part of which of the following Vedas? Answer is option D, Yajurveda. Satapatha Brahmana is one of the largest Brahmana texts in the Vedic collection, which is included in the middle layer of Yajurveda. Question 98. Which of the following is considered as the major quality of Lord Buddha? Answer is option D is the correct answer. That is all of the above. That is Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati, then Sathadeva Manusanam Bhagavati. All these are considered the major quality of Lord Buddha. So you have a list of epithets, and that is mentioned in the Buddhist text, which is described some of his spiritual qualities. There are 7 qualities that are listed for Lord Buddha. One is Samasam Buddho, that is perfectly self-awakened. Second is Vijja Karana Sampanno, that is endowed with the higher knowledge and ideal conduct. Third is Sugadho, that is well gone or well spoken. 4 is Lokavidu, that is knower of the many worlds. 5 is Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati, that is unexcelled trainer of untrained people. 6 is Satha Deva Manusanam, that is teacher of gods and humans. 7 is Bhagavati, that is Blessed One. So all these 7 qualities are considered as the spiritual qualities of Lord Buddha. Question 99. Who proclaims himself to be the third avatar or the incarnation of Vayu? The answer is option A, Madhavacharya. In several of his texts, Madhavacharya proclaims himself to be the third avatar or incarnation of Vayu, the son of Vishnu. He thus asserts himself to be like Hanuman, the first avatar of Vayu and Bhima, a Pandava in the Mahabharata, and the second avatar of Vayu. Next question. Who among the following believe that liberation or moksha is achievable only through the grace of God? Answer is option C, Madhavacharya. Madhavacharya's philosophy is founded on the premise that there is a fundamental difference between Atman, that is individual soul, that is self soul, Atman, and the Brahman, that is ultimate reality or the God Vishnu, whereby individual soul dependent is on Brahman. Liberation is achievable only through the grace of God. So that was the belief by Madhavacharya. Okay. So thank you friends for being with us in this session from IAS Defense Academy. I hope this session was useful for you guys. If you like the video, please do share it with your friends, and please do subscribe the channel IAS Defense Academy.